Now, India has test-fired Agni-5, its indigenously developed intercontinental surface-to-surface nuclear-capable ballistic missile off the Odisha coast today. DRDO sources have said that range coordination has reached its final stage for the fourth test of the Agni-5 missile. The three-stage solid propellant missile was test-fired from a mobile launcher. This is the fourth development trial of the long-range missile capable of targeting areas all over China. Now on your screens also, we're taking you through how the Agni-5 missile test trial will take place stage by stage. As it is launched off the Odisha coast, the container from which the Agni missile is propelled into the space and then it will disintegrate with the final stage reaching there. This is the fourth development trial of the long-range missile. Now it's capable of going up till 5,000 kilometers. That's somewhere north of China from the capital. If you to guess the distance as well, the missile can carry a nuclear warhead of more than a ton. And unlike other missiles from the Agni series, Agni-5 is the most advanced, having new technology in terms of navigation and guide. And after some more trials, Agni-5 will be inducted into India's defense arsenal, giving it a major boost. And this move will restore India's missile balance, which has tipped into China favor recently.
Pick the target 1556, altitude 2 kilometers.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about Agni-5, which is 50 tons, length is 17.5 meter, 2 meter wide as well, has capability of carrying a nuclear warhead weighing 40 tons. Now, China's Agni-5 counter is Dongfeng 5, which is the three-stage missile. It's a warhead which has 3 to 8 warheads, and that's why the nuclear armament is tilted in China's favor. It has a range of about 12,000 to 15,000 kilometers. Compare it with Agni, it's just 5,000 kilometers. Its weight is around 183 tons. So China is far ahead with the first flight in 1971. We are still on the stage 4 of Agni-5 trial. While China's Dongfeng 5 is operational since 1981, after the stage 4 trial is successfully completed, that's when Agni-5 will be inducted into the India's nuclear arsenal. In fact, Pakistan's Agni-5 counter is Shaheen 3. To talk more about that, India Today's Jugal Rohith is joining us. So, Jugal, even as Agni-5's fourth phase test is under trial, we're looking at hopefully a successful operation this time round. But take us through that, how India is pegged against the neighboring countries in terms of having a nuclear capable arsenal.
Well, Devina, this is a program which is now in its culmination stages. In fact, the entire affair started in the 80s somewhere. And to take care of Pakistan, India already has not the Agni series, which of course does it very effectively, but also the Prithvi series of missiles, which can go about 300 plus kilometers, which take into account a majority of Pakistani cities, including the Pakistani Punjab, as well as the important cities like Lahore, Rawalpindi, as well as Islamabad. So that's one side of the story. The other side is the Agni series. Now, that has been focusing largely onto India's northeastern borders, where the China question comes into play. With Agni-5, you will be able to hit, and remember, if anyone who's familiar with the topography of China or the way that the nation appears on the map, it's very clear that China is actually, based out of its eastern coastline. It isn't so much situated in the west or in the center, but the main engines of China's economic power are based along its east coast. That's where Shanghai, Beijing, and not many other cities are located. This was a typical problem which was facing the Indian scientists. They had the wherewithal to somehow hit China, but not to hit the main engines of China's economy, which, as I said, were on the east coast. Now, with this particular missile, Agni-5, and mind you, even as we say all of this, the defense ministry is maintaining a complete silence on the issue of the Agni-5 being test fired today. We also had a very successful canister fire of the Agni-5, which means that for the armed forces, especially the Strategic Forces Command, which is the authorized agency to the user, so to speak, in this case, can actually fire the missile out of a canister. It does not need a very elaborate setup or a marked, identified test site. Back to you.
Thanks for joining us and breaking it all down for our viewers. And Agni-5 being test fired in the 4th phase. Hopefully, the induction soon in the Indian Defence Forces. Thanks, Shukar.